Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out another LEGO Dimensions video for you. This one is The End is Try. Free play! And yes, we are going to grab all 10 Minikits, and we're going to grab that pesky Minifig in Peril, and we're also going to get a rule breaker requirement of 125k to set us over the top and get us all 4 of these gold bricks. So, hey, Wave 1 and Wave 2 character packs are required. If you want a detailed list, look down below in the video description. Each of our quick links not only gives you a nice little button to press to take you right to that Minikit or Minifig in Peril, it also tells you which character or ability is needed, so you can plot out your course long before even starting. So once you're ready to go, we're going to go ahead and continue our story because we are on our second playthrough here, which it happens to be level 13, The End is Try. Once you get it selected, hop on in, and all right, let's get rolling. Now, as always, we've removed all cutscenes that are not relevant to what we're doing here, and we have sped this video up quite a bit in parts, but I promise you it will never be faster than you can handle or go by anything of importance. So we want to note too that it is important that a flying character will speed this level up tremendously for you. Not only will it give you access to certain areas that you might not have access to otherwise, it'll also allow you to bypass certain feats. Like, notice we just bypassed that whole puzzle back there where you have to pull the grapple down and build all that stuff and yada yada yada. Well, there's a couple of spots like that in here, so we highly recommend using a flying character. We've used Wonder Woman for the majority of our flying. And we're also doing a handful of butt slams over here so we can destroy all these desks. And lo and behold, up on the far upper left side, the desk reveals some bricks that we can build up into a hack station. So we're going to pull out our favorite hacker, who happens to be the Doctor, not to be confused with Doctor Who I've been calling him in the past, and that's been frustrating some of you. So, all right, so remember I said I sped some of this up more than others. This is one of those moments. Basically, there are 6 power nodes. There's really nothing too spectacular here. It's really about user focus and actually being able to multitask if you're having to do this by yourself. But essentially, you can see there are different pathways that are lit up with little checkered dots, and in some cases it's red, some cases it's blue, and some cases it's green. Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, your toy pad has those 3 colors on it, and you need to move your character around in order to get the spot and color. Did you notice that halfway through, though, it switched from Doctor Who, or the Doctor, to Mr. Gandalf the Wizard? Thought that was kind of weird. Never had that happen before. I promise you I didn't touch anything on the toy pad or anything. It just happened naturally on its own. But once you get the hack complete, all 6 nodes, it'll actually give you a short little scene that shows a micromanager coming in and smashing that big old box, and it reveals the first Minikit. So woohoo, we're off and rolling. Now, you probably remember this from the story part itself. You're actually going to smash and build some pieces over to build a Batarang. Once you get the Batarang built, go ahead and activate it by, well, throwing your Batarang at it. And it actually reveals a switch that you can flip, and it will turn off the electricity, giving us the ability to easily stand on this conveyor belt. Notice, too, it's not moving, which helps a lot. Before moving on through the fire and out of this area, go ahead and use your Batarang and a grapple hook. Now, keep in mind, Batman can handle this too. Now, if you're trying to get all 10 Minikits, you're going to need a flying character, and Wonder Woman's probably going to be quite handy. But keep in mind, too, if you do have a different flying character and you don't have Wonder Woman, you can use Batman and the Batarang for all Batarang situations that we use in this video. So, all right, once we fall into the new underground Lord of the Rings area, we're going to want to switch to a character that has the Chi ability. In our case, we pulled out old Kragger, and you can see that by defeating enemies, we actually get these gold kind of coin-looking things that bounce around, and that's actually Chi. So because we don't have a Chi fountain to pull from, we actually have to fill up the Chi fountain, as it just kind of noted there. And for us, it was really simple. We just defeated a couple of enemies with Kragger, and it filled up our meter. Now, all you have to do is walk up to the old fountain here and press the icon indicated. For us, it was Soikle. And you can see that all sorts of Chi comes out, and it actually moves the rock doorway over there and reveals a Minikit. So, woohoo! That was pretty easy. And that's going to do it for our Chi-needing abilities. So you can see we got Kragger out of here. Now, in this back right corner, you may have already grabbed this Minikit because this is one that was available for the starter pack. But simply come over here with Batman or any grappling character, such as Wonder Woman 2, and you can rip that down. Now, you can use the acrobatic wall and get all the way to the top, or you can use a flying character like we did. And you actually don't have to pull the grappling hook down. You can just fly up there, but Alrighty. Now, in the story, you probably remember, to advance, you have to come to the left, and this big thing comes and destroys the bridge, preventing you from getting access across. Well, we are now in the free play, and we have a flying character, so we flew across, and guess what we found? We found this arrow pointing to some shrubs that when we fell into it, it took us down into, look at this! It is a familiar area. I can't remember the actual area name. I don't remember if it's Bag End or what it is, but on the left-hand side of the new area of Bilbo Baggins' birthday party, we can use Wonder Woman and her mind control to go ahead and use, I believe it's Pippin, to grab that Minikit. Now, I've fallen way behind, and you can see I'm now using a character with magic. Gandalf will work just fine, and there are these 5 lanterns across this newly found area that need to be turned on. So simply walk up and use your magic to all 5. And basically, they're in all the corners and in the middle. Pretty simple stuff. So, booyakashow! All 5 lanterns give us a nice little fireworks show. And it also gives us a Minikit. So, lucky for us, we're stacking these up pretty quick. This is actually a pretty quick level in regards to collectibles. In fact, we finished all the collectibles about halfway through the level. Or not all of them, most of them. You'll see. But, all right, Emmett, you probably noticed in the back corner here, there's this giant birthday cake with a bunch of blue and orange checkers around it. That's indicating that we can jackhammer with Emmett. So we're going to do that. It actually reveals a locate keystone. We know that there's the stage over here, so we run over here, and it turns out there's a vortex we can open up. So we're going to do that. And what do we get? Oh, it's a jukebox. Get your dance on. Now, keep in mind, I do have my music turned off to kind of help prevent any possible copyright inflictions. So I don't have the full disco party going on here, but it does have kind of a, I don't know, caveman-esque kind of a pattern going there. So maybe it's different for you. Maybe there's a little bit more action when you get the music turned on, but hey, I'm still way behind. This stuff happens so fast in this level. In the back right corner, there is a little mini hatch, which you can use quite a few characters. Gimli, Gollum, Bart, there's a handful of them. And go ahead and do that, and then jump through and pull up the old handle there, and it opens the door and gives us a nice little mini kit. So, like I said, we're moving right along, not wasting any time. And, before leaving this area, you're going to want to pull out your favorite digging character. For us, we pulled out old Scooby. And although there's no Scooby snacks, we're actually going to go ahead and dig up these bits in the back. And it's kind of the bottom right corner, actually. And we actually build up some bricks to build a seesaw, which we can build and jump on and rescue Sam. So, you're welcome, Sam. Now you can freely roam about and enjoy the party with the rest of your fellow Hobbit friends. All right. So, hey, I've been popping this up on screen when anytime there's kind of a wait in between the collectibles, but now would be a good time to mention it. You can actually go ahead and use the quick links down below to get to the next collectible in question. Really, there's just a couple of mini kits left. If you're not in a hurry, go ahead and drop back down into the hole that we came from, and it's going to take us back up top. Now, keep in mind, there is another digging situation there. You can build a switch and use the switch to go ahead and reveal some studdage, but we're going to bypass that. In fact, we're going to bypass a ton of stuff. Look at all these puzzles we're bypassing. And we're going to fly all the way up to the very top. Well, it's not the very top. It's the second level from the top. And over on the right-hand side, not only are there some bad guys, but there's this dark cave area. So a little piece of advice for you. If you're using a flying character to bypass all those puzzles, take your person of magic, Gandalf or Wicked Witch or whoever it is, off your toy pad long enough for them to be off and gone, and then put them back on, and it should join, or he or she should join you up top. Then you don't have to worry about trying to, make Gandalf climb all the way up or solve any puzzles or anything like that. Once you get the mini kit, though, go ahead and hop on the old elevator, and you'll notice it doesn't go up. But good thing we got a flying character, so we can fly all the way up. And although it's a little confusing because it doesn't really indicate or give us a keystone terminal here, we do have the ability to solve a chroma pad puzzle. So we're going to go ahead and reveal all 3 of the chroma pads, and once we got them, we're just going to solve the puzzle, which it's going to be orange on the bottom left, and we got, I think it's blue in the middle, right? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But purple on the bottom right, so orange on the left, purple on the right, and yep, blue in the middle. So we've got it all the chroma pads revealed now. We had to move some people around on our toy pad to kind of figure out what was going on, and it does take us a half a second, so I apologize for this. So you can see he moved around from one side to the other, and now we're good to go. We'll go ahead and use her to get up top, because see, Gandalf couldn't use the agility poles to get up top, so I had to switch. And booyakashow, we got all the primary colors. Now we just need to do some mixing and matching. We got orange on the left now, and purple on the right, and we're good to go. So in through the vortex we go. All right, some more cutscenes have been removed, And we're actually just going to dash right through this part right here because we don't need anything. We got plenty of studdage. There is some studs to be found if you're in need of those, but we're going to go ahead and move along. Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed too, we did turn on the 2X red brick. We'll put a link for that hopefully if I can remember. We do have that in our LEGO Dimensions playlist, the actual starter pack playlist. So if you don't have the 2X red brick yet, feel free to look up our video on that. I'll try to link it like I said. Otherwise, once you get to this final battle, use a Batarang. You can use magic and other things too, but we find the Batarang to be a little bit quicker and more accurate of following these flying objects. But there's 5 flying monkeys, 3 on the right and 2 on the left. Once you get all 5, Minikit is yours, and that actually wraps up all of the collectibles for this level, if you've been following along, of course. That was all 10 Minikits, the rule breaker requirement, as well as the minifig and Peril. So we did speed this last part up quite a bit, and you know, it's kind of a tradition for us to finish the level. You guys are actually capable of hitting the old options or start button, whichever it is for you guys, and going to your menu and saving and quitting. If you save and quit right now, it'll give you credit for all of the collectibles you've found, all of the studs you've grabbed, everything. All it's going to do is just take you back to the main hub and give you the ability to move on to the next level. So, but for us, like I said, it's kind of a tradition to finish out the level because in LEGO games past, you know, it was a lot different. You know, you didn't have to have all these extra characters. Everybody pretty much followed the same principles. You finish the story and unlock all of the main characters. And then when you returned in free play, everybody pretty much had the same stuff. I mean, it varied a little bit because sometimes you had to buy some characters, and some people like somebody better than others. But whatever the case may have been, you know, it was always pretty simple and easy. And we always finished the levels because some of you only watch our free play levels. Some of you don't watch the story. So the story videos are always there to kind of tell you how to get through the level themselves, and they're not quite as sped up, and the cutscenes are there, and it's more of an experience, especially for those who don't have the game yet or are maybe struggling to get through the actual level itself, where the free play are more focused on, you know, the collectibles themselves and having a good time. So you know, some of you watch all of them, and we appreciate all of that. I mean, without you guys supporting us, we would have given this up a long time ago, and you know, we'd be doing things a lot different with our gaming time. So we appreciate your support. Hopefully you guys appreciate the things we're doing. And hey, if you guys have any suggestions or questions or anything, as any of you have ever left in a comment with things like that and found out, we're very open for that. We usually respond. We're pretty good about getting to every question or comment. Sometimes you say like, hey man, I got this on level 5. Sometimes we don't say anything. But if you're like, hey man, how do you get this? Then usually we try to respond. So anyhow, I'm just kind of flapping my yapper right now. We're actually, there's, you know, the rule of 3 is in effect here, and we're going to have to take out all 3, or actually we have to rescue all 3 of our friends here. So we've gotten through the first stage of that, and we freed old Metalbeard. So now we're back on the outside of the big old tri-body, and we find ourselves needing to do a master build. So we put old Wildstyle on there, and she makes it happen real quick, builds up this giant cannon, and we're going to get our blast on. We're going to put a hole right in his chest, and then we're going to run up and use our grapple hook to go ahead and enter and save our next friend. So this one's a little bit more time consuming. There are 3 pieces of this puzzle you need to actually reveal or pull down first, and then you got to put them in the right places, so it kind of helps to know what's going on here. But you notice the first one up on the high left, notice that it does have, or no, excuse me, it does not have the stairway in it. The second one in the middle has the little ladder piece, and then of course the high right side has the corner. So the high right side, once you get big with the scale puzzle, is going to actually go on the lower left side. So we're going to put the corner down where the corner needs to be. Now, this is really the only confusing part. So, okay, I take that back. The one that falls from the left is, in fact, the one that needs to be on the right. So, anyway, you'll figure it out. There's a piece that has a ladder and a piece that doesn't, and then there's a corner piece. The corner goes on the corner. Piece with the ladder goes where you need it on the ladder on the far right, and the other piece goes right in the middle. All right, I probably confused you way more than I helped you right there, but hopefully you've already turned this video off and moved on to our next video of help. So, all right, if not, we went up top and we used the switch. We had to make Wildstyle return to her regular size by moving around on the toy pad. Then we got her so small again and got her over to the far right, or middle side, and now we're on the far right. We're going to flip these switches. I don't think it matters which one you flip first. I believe they're both available, but if not, you might have to flip the bottom one on the right first and make your way up top, get normal size again, flip that switch, and reveal the last switch needed in order to save our floating friend there in that vortex of funk. There he is. Oh, Yay! All right, he does a little dance and gets sucked through the vortex out to safety, I guess. And, all right, last but not least, we've got one more friend in need of our help. So, anybody know who it is? Spoiler alert! I already know who it is. Just kidding. All right, so rule of 3. As we promised, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wait for him to kind of do some attacks. He does freeze us. Get a little chilly out here, so we're going to heat things up here. No, actually, we just got to take out a handful of bad guys, and then some sequencing will happen, and a little cinematic, I believe, drops. It's like a bat wing that comes in. Or maybe, I don't remember exactly what it is, but we got a bunch of vortexes open and dropping bad guys. The good big one's going to open up here in a second. Here it comes. And what is it? I couldn't even tell. But whatever it is, it gets smashed into pieces, and we're going to build those up here in a second once we quit chilling out here. Oh, all right. And I don't even remember what it's like, this weird Batarang terminal station. Oh, that's right. It's like some sort of a missile launcher. That's right. Pew, 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 pew. That's right. And we blasted him right in his belly, and we're going to go ahead and destroy these bricks that are flashing and build up a nice little pathway to get us into the final. I guess it's really not the final one, but it's the final saving here. We got to go to our final buddy. And all right, inside here, there's a couple ways you can do this. We kind of cheat here, and if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure what was going on. We've got the ability to change to water, fire, and electricity. And, I can't really make excuses for myself because I've played enough of this game that I should have remembered that although we don't have a keystone terminal in this particular room, we have the abilities. And so I kind of struggled with that whole thought. And I ended up pulling some characters that have these abilities. So you can see I'm kind of running around. I'm actually looking for a keystone terminal. Full disclosure. Totally looking for a keystone terminal right now. Not realizing, and I'm kind of starting to panic because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got this whole level recorded. It was all legit. I don't want to start over. Who am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, so I pull out an ACU soldier, and I use the electricity from him. And then I'm like, all right, that was nicely needed. Thank you, sir. Now get on out of here. And I remove him from the toy pad, and he takes off. And then I remember, okay, I need fire. I need a laser. So we pull in old Cyborg, and he does the job for us, melting this with his heat ray. Nice little egg shape there. And and then look at that. Turns out we need our ACU unit soldier again. So anyways, we got him in. We fire it up. The second panel actually charges up the third cord for some unknown reason. I guess once you get power to both, it completes the circuit, and the circuit is complete. And all right, now we flip the switch, and we see old Robin fall from his little captivity there, and he gets sucked out. I don't know why we didn't just use the vortex to begin with. I can't imagine that little force field was more powerful than a vortex. But anyhow, put out the fire or walk through it with old Wonder Woman and get to the final total screen. Woohoo! So the end is try free play is now complete. And as we're about to prove to you here, we not only got all the studs needed for the rule breaker status, which again was, I believe, 125K. Yeah, I marked it in the beginning. So we also rescued Sam. He was hiding under a picnic table out at Bilbo Baggins' birthday party. And of course we got all 10 Minikits and built up a Unikitty stereo system, which of course, it is so awesome. Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 4 gold bricks. So to the yeah, we got all the kits, all the bricks, and we even saved the minifig, so we are good to go. And you know what this screen means? That's gonna wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Level 13. The end is try free play. Hey, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below if you guys have any questions or comments for us. And of course, HappyThumbsGaming.com is available for your viewing pleasure. We've got product and gaming reviews as well as trophy achievement guides, and hey, we also have a little bit of a little online presence for a store there. So if you guys are looking for some Thumbie stickers or stuff, every once in a while we pop some of our stuffed Thumbies and some other random merch in there. So check it out. As for me, that's gonna wrap it up for now. I'm gonna get back to getting to work and hopefully gonna get you some more videos up soon. And all right, as always, until next time. The end is bye.